BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to BodyBags. It's week 174, and I'm your Sunday host, Bourgie86 here again. Yes, of course, this week is our special theme week, and this is me closing out that theme week. I want to thank our fill-in reviewer, Billy, who filled in for Matt for this week. Thank you for that. It did his debut, actually. Very good review on Family Games, which is actually a film that I actually haven't seen. I've seen the remake before, and it's been hectic to try to find like the original for a good price in the States anyways. But very good to see him do his debut. And of course, good thing that we got like a full week of torture reviews up for you guys this week. Very good stuff. Now, the film that I'm going to close this week on is actually very fitting because if you watch our Monday host's W Doubles review, he actually opened up a film from the same company. So I thought it'd be fitting that I close it with a film from that company. And of course, this is a film from 2013, released by Unearthed Films, and it goes by the title of Madness of Many. Yes, this is the very insanely crazy 3-disc edition of this. I got this during that Unearthed film sale that just happened. Just the cover art of this one intrigued me, and of course I have a bunch of these already, so I was like, why not just grab the 3-disc edition, because they do look nice on the shelf after you get a bunch of them. So I was like, hell yeah. This does come in like a standard edition too if you are interested in this film. Very interesting film, I have to say. This film is directed by Casper Joel. I believe that's how you pronounce the director's name. And it's a film from Denmark, which got me very intrigued because not really a lot of like Danish horror films out there, of the ones I know of anyways. So it was very interesting to see like this type of film come from like Denmark. Now, with the plot of this one, it's very complex and kind of simple in a way also. So pretty much what this film implies is we are following our narrator of the film, who is this young woman named Victoria. And she's pretty much going through her story of her life. And it ends up being like, we find out that she was sexually abused as a child. And she ends up running away from home and getting into prostitution. And which leads her into like these arms of like this group of sadistic individuals that end up torturing her, and it integrates her narrated during like the torture scenes and the things that she is seeing that these people are doing. I'm saying people because I think there is like numerous more people than we see in the film from certain angles and scenes that come about it. But it's pretty much her narration over like 3-4 bookmark chapters of what is going on in the film and what her everyday life is. And we find out that her life is through pain and torture, and it seems that it's meant to be her destiny for pain and torture. Pretty much is the main plot of this film, with going too into it. Now, the things I have to say about this is a very interesting way to tell a film, I have to say. This film is broken up into chapters, which kind of reminiscence to like Pier Pasolini's Solo in a way. 4 chapters in this one, and it's very interesting because it begins with like, each chapter begins with like a narration piece from our main character, Victoria, who actually doesn't actually have any like real lines in the film. It's just mostly her narration throughout it. And then it goes into like some weird like snuff like scenes with like torture and a lot of like vomiting also, I have to say. Very tough stuff to watch, especially with some of like the vomiting and stuff. It's not really my cup of tea, I have to say. Like vomiting and like anything that involves like vomiting and feces and stuff is kind of like gut turning for myself. It's very reminiscent of like some of the scenery and imagery of this film has some of like the same like cinematography as Martyrs in a way. It kind of remind me of the way Martyrs was shot, which was very interesting for with the way like some of the scenes are depicted in the film. Now I gotta say, this film does have a lot of cool like gore stuff, especially near like the third and fourth acts of this film, and it has a lot of like interesting like weird imagery. But I gotta say, some of the weirdness of this film comes with like the way some of the gore scenes are shot. It comes off like very darkly and dictating like the gore actually looks like it's like black and hardened like when stuff is happening to it. And I like that about it. It has like this weird like art house imagery style to it. But I gotta say, some of it kind of did confuse me in a way, because there were certain moments where we followed one character that we think is our lead character, and then later on in the film, there's two other girls that say that they're Victoria also, which was kind of weirding me out in a way. It was like, wait, what the fuck is going on? It had like this weird like elegance with like its characters that where you kind of see like one girl getting tortured and then another one, and you're getting kind of like a little convoluted and jarring in a way, like the way the story is pacing itself, because this film is only 73 minutes long. So in a way, it kind of gets you a little confused on which characters are which kind of deal, because you don't know which character really is our main lead in the film. You think you do, but then they throw you in like this weird like curveball situation where these characters are all saying that they're Victoria, or whatever her name is. But other than that, this is a film that isn't going to be for everyone, of course, because of its subject matter and what goes on in it. But if you're feeling like art house cinema films and gore films for that matter, this def will be for you. It's up there as one of the more interesting watches, I have to say, and I bet I won't be rewatching this one anytime soon, but I might revisit it just to see if I pick up on a little bit more and more on it. So I'm going to give this one a solid 6.5 out of 10. It's a very interesting, well shot film. It has a lot of cool like gore stuff going on in it, but I do get kind of confused with like some things and situations that happen in the story. So still recommendable, and of course this release, if you do want to check out this film, might not be like your number one go-to like release. They did release this in like a standard edition also, just the one disc. So I would say like check that out first if you really like wanted to check this film out first, like maybe like rent it or something if it's available to rent anywhere. This is one that I think a lot of people will get like mixed reaction to. I could see like any type of like films like this with like outhouse imagery and the weird like convoluted gore scenes and weird plots and stuff is not going to be for everyone. So yeah, 6.5 out of 10 for Madness and Minnie. I do recommend it. Check it out. Alright guys, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I'll be back next week with another one. We're doing random reviews next week, guys. So I'll see you then. Peace out.